Preterm birth is one of the leading causes of death in children. Every year, an estimated of 15 million babies are born preterm, among which 1 million babies die within the age of 5 years. India tops the 10 countries in the preterm births. Hello everybody, welcome to Baby and Hugs, a one-stop guide for parenting. The main motive of our channel Baby and Hugs is to enlighten people about the very underrated topic, that is preterm birth or premature birth. I am a medical student from about 8 to 9 years, but then I had a very vague idea about this topic, that is preterm birth, only which was subjectual, and it was all under the topic, and only during my exams it was given importance. Until and unless I experienced it and it came up and close to me about 3.5 years back, when I delivered a premature baby at about 32 weeks of pregnancy. All in all, it is a very different story and a very broad story, which I will surely share with all of you some other day. For now, just to give an overview of it, I delivered a preterm baby at around 32 weeks of pregnancy due to a condition known as preeclampsia, or a condition where I have a very high blood pressure. So let's dive into the topic. So what is preterm birth? As the name indicates, it is pre and term, that is before the time. Any pregnancy which occurs before the time is known as preterm pregnancy. A normal pregnancy is one which occurs after 37 to 40 weeks of pregnancy. But any pregnancy before 37 weeks is known as preterm pregnancy. And these babies are known as preemies or premature babies. So coming into the classification, preterm births is mainly classified into 3 categories, that is extremely preterm, very preterm and late preterm babies. So what is extremely preterm babies? Extremely preterm babies are those babies which are born before 28 weeks of pregnancies, and very preterm babies are those babies which are born between 28 to 32 weeks of pregnancies, and late preterm babies are those babies which is born after 32 weeks and before 37 weeks of pregnancies. Based on these classification, the condition of the babies can differ, and also the survival rate. This is going to be a series of preterm baby episodes which I will be bringing in. If you like my content and want more information on these topics, do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So the first one is extremely preterm babies. The extremely preterm babies are those babies which are born between 24 to 28 weeks of pregnancies, and any babies born before 24 weeks of pregnancy are not competent enough to survive in this world, and they have a survival chance of as low as 30%. And hence any babies between 24 to 28 weeks of pregnancy are to be hospitalized, and they usually need an NICU setup. So what is an NICU? It's neonatal intensive care unit. So they usually need a hospital setup and also an NICU stay for a particular time for them to survive and then come back and fight as a normal child. The second one are very preterm babies. These babies are those which are born between 28 to 32 weeks of pregnancy and have a survival rate of about 95%. They usually have a very smooth NICU journey, and they have very few long-term complications and disabilities, and they do outgrow these medical conditions. They may need some medical assistance for a very short span of time or very few years, but later they do come out of these medical conditions and live a very healthy life. The next one, or the last one, is moderately or late preterm babies. These babies are those which are born between 32 to 37 weeks of pregnancy, and they do usually resemble a normal full-term baby, but just that they are born a bit early. They usually don't have much of complications, and they do smoothly go with the journey and lead a very normal life. They don't need medical or hospital support as such, but just an early intervention of giving them life support for a few days or hours will be much enough. Next is the thumb rule or a must follow rule, which we have to follow. Very extremely preterm babies and moderately preterm babies do require a hospital stay and also an NICU stay. It is always advisable to deliver in such a hospital which has an attached NICU with it than running around later after the delivery, taking the baby in an ambulance and then running to another hospital which has an NICU. That does not make sense. There is something called a golden hour and a golden day which has to be kept in mind. That is the first hour and the first day, wherein it's very important, wherein immediate intervention or resuscitation helps in the survival of the baby, and also to ensure that the baby will survive later with or without the disability. So there's no point in wasting the golden hour or the golden day. These are the steps taken by the WHO, that is World Health Organization. First is the midwifery continuity care for all the new mothers. This is the care which is given in all 3 stages of pregnancy, that is before pregnancy, during pregnancy and after the delivery. It is seen to that the pregnant women is given good healthy food and diet is followed to ensure that they have a very safe and normal pregnancy, avoiding prematurity or premature birth by about 20%. Next is the kangaroo mother care or the skin to skin contact. Here is where an exclusive and frequent breastfeeding is initiated, so that there is a bond which is developed between the mother and the baby. It reduces the mortality rate. The last one are the clinical interventions. First one is the steroids which are given during pregnancy, and also magnesium sulfate injections to improve or disable the neurological impairments. Next is the kangaroo mother care intervention. So here comes an end to the first topic of the premature term or premature birth series. If you like the content, do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Baby and Hugs. Thank you. Bye bye.